said that you were dating other men, that you
Lord have mercy.
out with other... No.
Exactly what I mean when I say no bitch is loyal.
This is bull.
Get ready to rumble!
We're back in Miami. I think it's day 2. It's Karen's birthday dinner, and Mia is acting brand new. She's not happy with Karen, decided to go and visit Wendy and have time with Wendy. So she's like, I'm not going to host a birthday party no more. And at some point, all the ladies gathered together for the dinner because at the end of the day, they're still going to have dinner, even if she doesn't want it to be Karen's dinner, birthday party, or whatever. They're all wearing white. But to my surprise, when Miss Mia come in, she's wearing white and red. So first of all, she makes sure she comes in late. So she basically comes in like her party, like her hosting. She's making it about herself. And her dress is not the same color with everybody else. We have Mia's friend Jacqueline that came and let everybody know that she was going to be a little bit late because she didn't feel good. And I'm like, huh. When Mia does arrive, she is looking fine and she's wearing, and when I say looking fine, she's not looking like she's sick. When Mia had some people that came in and performed for Karen, I guess.
Oh my God.
Is this journey you want?
I must say it's very acrobatic and sounds very difficult to do. So yeah, it was definitely impressive. And Miss Karen was very impressed and she was excited. She was like pinning after one of the men. Child, I might be from a different era because I do not see anything attractive about that, but hey, to each their own. From there, they continue having dinner, and that's when I believe Giselle brought back the situation between Ashley and Candiace. Everybody noted that they were able to exist with each other. They were able to go to the restaurant with Wendy and have a good conversation there. And they both agreed that they decided to table their feelings. So from there, everything is fine. But Miss Ashley Darby, you know, that little girl, she don't be playing no game.
You told Robyn that that was me that he was referencing where you'll be sorry?
No, well, there was 2 things. One, he said I was a liar.
Okay.
And I thought threatening me.
Okay.
But you said he's threatening you.
Right.
I think he was talking about both of you.
We see that Chris has basically gone on Twitter to defend himself against the accusation that Giselle made and that Ashley also made, because Ashley did come and talk about Chris wanted a friend. Candiace was like, so what do you want me to do?
Things up. So if he wants to be upset and express himself on Twitter.
Candiace is like, well, I mean, you've been lying, so he has to defend himself. What do you want him to do since y'all have been lying? And I'm like, yeah, he can defend himself if he wants to. Why y'all mad that he defend himself? And then they're like, why is he talking? Why is he in the part of me is like, at this point, it's a mix of delusion with they just want to make Candiace talk. But Candiace is like, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. We all know you're lying, and that's it.
One can say
next? I'm not going to address a rumor. What is next? Who else wants to go? You got something? You got something?
Jacqueline kind of like forgot herself and thought that she was really a housewife.
So now you're dismissing people, but you asked ta.
Very defensive, honey.
I will not be bombarded by Mia's representative.
I died. I really died because it's true that Mia hasn't been talking as much. Jacqueline has been doing all the talking. It's been kind of like an interesting dynamic between the two of them. Jacqueline been talking and talking and talking when Mia should have been the one talking a little bit more at that time. So when Candiace said that, it was so good. And then we can see that it struck something with Jacqueline that was like, you wish you had a representative and you wish, and they started going back and forth. And Candiace was like, girl, who are you? If you noted at the very end, we hear Mia saying Candiace. And it's like, well, Jacqueline talking too much. I'm not gonna lie, she's good for the show, but you gotta be ready for those girls. Mia can defend herself. Candiace, I respect you because she was thrown under the fire. And Ashley is not playing no game when it comes to Candiace, and we're going to see later that she's not done. What did you think of this scene? Who are you with, Ashley or Candiace? So then after that, Candiace is so angry, and that's when she goes live on Instagram.
No one's loyal. Fuck these hoes.
The next day, it has been a long night. All the ladies are meeting with each other, and Mia is letting them know what is the plan for the day. Mia said that she's going to take Jacqueline, the grand dame, Karen, and Giselle, and they're going to go and do some like drive some fast car. And the other lady are going to spend their day on a boat. And she's talking about it like, oh, it's gonna be good and everything. And yeah. And the other ladies are in the car. Candiace is like, man, I want to call in Wendy. I don't want her to be alone, because they're obviously trying to ice her out. And Candiace is like, I want her to come. And we see how Robyn is very uncomfortable, but Candiace still asked her if she was okay with her coming. And Robyn said, I don't care. So I guess Wendy is coming. And when they get there, it's not really a boat. This is not really a yacht. This is like one of like those party boat where people have to pedal to help it move. I mean, it's not fancy at all. They had to remove their ears. It's not looking good. And I'm like, Mia girl, like you're talking about you're a CEO, you're XYZ, you have money, you're doing this, you're doing that. But I mean, you need to really work on your hosting skills because it is not a CEO level of hosting skill. I'm just saying, even I could have done better. Wendy comes and you can see that Robyn is ill at ease, but they ask her how she's been. She's reminding them that she's a professor and that she has been grading some grade and that she's fine and everything's gonna be fine. On the other side, we see Mia and Karen having a good time. Karen is definitely loving her birthday gift, and I'm happy to see them just having a good time. No drama at that point. Karen is not a really good Lamborghini or whatever car that is either, but she's having a good time. She likes to speed, and it seems good. And we get to where things are going to be dramatic.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The ladies are getting ready for dinner, and Candiace is asking Mia if it's okay for Wendy to come because Wendy came into this trip to be with the other ladies. She left her family, she came there for that, and it's enough with her being ostracized. But Mia is not letting go, Mia doesn't want people to keep on asking her if Wendy can come or not. But the answer is no. But during that time, when she's saying that, we have a little girl, Ashley, being like, they go to that Greek place. And that time when they're all about to go and sit down, we see Miss Ashley putting a plan together and calling Wendy.
We're at this restaurant called Santorini. Do you want to come join us? It's close to you, actually.
Okay, sounds good.
And I was like, ooh, Ashley, definitely bringing on the drama. Definitely bringing on the drama. So when all the ladies are sat down, Ashley comes back and she let them know that she called Wendy and Wendy is on her way. And Mia is pissed.
You disrespectful little brat.
Ashley's like, and you're a bully. And I was like, okay, Ashley, really believing in what you're talking about, which I think she was at the moment. I think at this point, Karen, Ashley, and Candiace had enough of what the Green Eye Bandit and Mia were trying to do. Again, Jacqueline trying to interfere, and Sharice talking about, you should have asked with the group if it was okay. And the pub is like, Sharice, girl, bye. Previously, Candiace asked the group if it was okay, and Mia said no. We knew she was going to say no. Ashley did what she wanted to do. You should understand that and you should shut up. But I feel like she does. Sharice is just trying to get a scene, but it's not landing well at this point. That's what I'm thinking. So Sharice talks about, it's very sad how when we come in as a group, we always have some drama. And I'm like, Sharice, girl, you're not the mama of the group. Please just... From then, Mia goes back and forth with Ashley, but Ashley is not letting. And Robyn is wanting to interfere and talking about, well, you want to put yourself in Mia's place. What would you have done if you had an altercation? And Candiace was like, I was in the place. I've been there before. Not letting Robyn land with a point, which honestly is not a point. And once again, I wish that Robyn just didn't talk. Then when comes in, Zenwen is glazing and she's like, I'm back. And as she sat down, she proceeded to...
What I, Wendy, will say, and I will say it. She's talking to me. This is for Mia. I take accountability for my choice of words that could have hurt Mia, and I can apologize for my role and how I aided and escalated the evening.
Mia swears she's the victim in this situation, and it's just really hard to watch. Like, all I can say to you, Mia, is that you bite more than you can chew. You were in your character, you really thought you were doing something, but look at the backlash now. Was that worth it? Like, I don't, just not even a good opponent to Miss Wendy, because she makes you look so low. She makes you look so dumb. She makes you look so illiterate. Where like I just couldn't deal. And Dr. Wendy, is telling them how she owns up to a part for escalating things. And a part of me is like, I'm going to be real. It's really big of Dr. Wendy. And yes, I'm going to say Dr. Wendy to do what she did, because at the end of the day, you try to put yourself in her shoes. She was under a lot of pressure. She received that water in the face and she was pissed. But because they are adult and Dr. Wendy is proving us that she could have acted differently, and she chose to help escalate the situation. And because of that, she's owning up to what she did in escalating. Lady me feels like Dr. Wendy didn't do nothing, but adult me feels like, yeah, she did help a little bit in escalate the situation because she was angry, because she submitted to the flesh. For the God-fearing people, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. She could have done something else, but she's apologizing for it. She's done. And Mia is like, but Dr. Wendy is off your shoulder. Dust off your shoulder. I'm done. I moved on. Candiace, Ashley, and Karen are happy to move on. And the Green Eye Bandit ain't got nothing to say. What are you gonna say? So from there, they're having dinner. And that's when Robyn is bringing up what she believes is like a bomb. Robyn came across it and she told Giselle, and Miss Robyn is like faking a trash.
Just talking about you. You hear this, right?
Yeah, she's talking about you too.
Yes, and Karen, and Wendy, and Ashley, and Mia.
And she even had the nerve to bring the name of Wendy. And a part of me is like, you don't like Wendy. And once again, Robyn, you're doing too much. You're not being smart. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. I'm not liking it. You seem very messy, and this one might really bite you in the ass. So fast forward to the dinner. Miss Robyn is bringing back and she even came in prepared. She got a little microphone and everything, like a little audio thing, and she's putting it in the front of the table, and she's telling them, listen, this is what I've had that somebody in this table said against all of us. And that's when we hear Miss Candiace, and Candiace is like, oh my God, I understand what's going on. They're trying to ambush me. So everybody is betrayed. Oh my God, this is Candiace's voice. Oh no. So Candiace is telling Robyn.
I do appreciate the ambush. This was very nice.
At that point, I'm like, what is she gonna say? What is she gonna say?
I wouldn't have said it on my live if I didn't mean it.
I said what I said.
Like, girl, I mean, at this point, you only can own it. Candiace believes that Robyn and her have a true friendship, which she's going to say. And everybody is surprised. They're like, what do you mean you're saying everybody, but you were not included? It seems that Robyn and Candiace are actually very close. I remember earlier during the season, Robyn and Ashley were at the store. Robyn said that there was some stuff about Ashley's husband that Candiace told her years ago never came back. I think that was indication that Candiace and Robyn have a close relationship, despite the fact that she's not that close with Giselle at the moment. And we even saw it when Robyn came to give some support to her and Chris. Yeah, Candiace is really disappointed in Robyn, and we can see that Robyn is like maybe rethinking what she had to say, but she's saying, you know what? You were not included in that, but I guess you're showing your true color. And then she's talking about, but Ashley, you're fake. Giselle, you're fake. XYZ is fake. I mean, it was so funny. And then she was like, La Grande Dame is not fake. And we can see how Ashley is thinking. Ashley is like, oh, really? So I'm fake and everything. And that's when Ashley is like, well, if I'm fake, I wanted to go and tell Karen
That you were dating other men, that you were out with other men.
And the Grande Dame goes bad. She is looking so angry, so disappointed. The way she's looking at Candiace, even Candiace felt it. You could see the shame in Candiace. In a part of me, it's like, Candiace Ashley got you again. This is like, man,
What I mean when I say no bitch is loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal.
it's like, man, so angry, and she tells the entire table, you need to leave us alone, you know what I mean, leave my husband alone, leave my marriage alone. And she's so angry that she storms out, and a part of me was like, ooh, the granddad was mad. I felt that pressure. She left. She asked Candiace, did you really say this about my marriage? And Candiace was like, no. This girl, I mean, put yourself in Candiace's shoes. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? Like, you know, we know she did, but I wouldn't have admitted to it in front of all my enemies. I think that she said no at the moment, and at some point when the granddam is not angry anymore, she's probably going to come and visit her with some cakes or something to apologize. But the pressure was so high.
Wow, the pressure is getting worse.
The granddam left. Candiace is telling Ashley, you need to tell her that it's not true and everything. And then Candiace started crying, and I was like, child, Candiace is a baby. Candiace is a baby. The pressure was too much. She started. She calls her husband,
Stab you in your back.
telling him what happened, how all them others are loyal. And the truth is that you're part of them, Candiace. None of you are loyal. None of you are loyal. La grande dame, you know, she took some time to kind of like get herself together. She comes back and she was like, what y'all been talking about and everything. And I felt so bad for the grand dame for being in the crossfire of all of that. I guess the only person that was probably having fun was Giselle, because she stayed out of the heat. They decided to all leave, and from there they decided, I guess they're done with work, so now it's time for them to go and have a good time. The grand dame, you know, actually go to the club and everything. We see them partying. They're all drunk, so they all love each other. Candiace even said that we're friends now. All these Candiace, y'all, I can't believe this girl is like, what, 30 something? She's at least in her 30s. And she act like she's literally like 16 years old. Oh, you're back friends now? But I guess she's lying for the camera, because we see how angry she got at Robyn.
Just as fake as the rest.
What the hell?
And it was like, oh my God, Robyn, that was not worth it, girl. That was not worth it. Do you think that was worth it? Because Candiace is mad at you. She's mad at you. See, that episode was everything. That episode gave. I can't believe they did La Grande Dame like that. She got so angry. Robyn, you need to stop. You're not going about it the right way. What you need to do is to chill, because you know the scandal with your husband coming. So if you're smart enough, you need to prepare for that for next season. Candiace, girl, you need to grow up, because I want to love you and I do like you. You have the best read and everything, but you did say those things about Karen. And I told you before that at the end of the day, you cannot blame people when you're under attack, when you do the same things to other people. You should not have brought up the situation with like, damn, I mean, I have respect for you, the way you handled that situation. You got angry, but once again, that shows a lot of self-control and maturity. She stepped out, got herself together, and came back. Miss Wendy, job well done. Miss Mia, your own is coming at the reunion, and I cannot wait to be there. On this note, for those of you that are new here, hey, welcome, and I invite you to, and if this is the first time you come across my channel, I invite you to watch all my other recap and shorts that I made about the Real Housewives of Potomac, because there's a lot going on. Thing is in the playlist, and for those of you that have been there with me, supporting me, thank you all so much for your support. For those of you that comment, I'm so thankful, and I will see you all next week. Bye.